Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session of business management in partnership with Tisam and Oman. I know you are on holiday feels right now. You are on your holiday mood. I'm so sorry that we cannot cancel because we are on a very strict schedule. So we still have to proceed. I understand that you might have done some unwinding, but this class will be recorded so you can still go over it if you are available later on. But I'll be definitely requiring you to watch this video for those who wasn't able to attend for today's class. I've sent you a material. These are the types of managers in the group, in the WhatsApp group. It says there, managers, because you will, our class today is business management. From the keywords itself, it says management. You should be aware of how to manage people because you will be the leader. What type of leader are you? What type and what would be your techniques and strategies as a manager? So these are the following managers that you should be somehow be familiar with. Are you on this role? Do you want to be on this role? So we have to somehow talk about them. General manager, these managers oversee the overall operations of a business or organization and are responsible for its success and performance. If you are in a hotel, you would have a general manager. You would call them GM. Is this the end goal? Do you want to be the general manager of your restaurant or the hotel? When you are at this uh, point of role, you are overseeing everyone. You would be the general manager, and then you would be meeting other managers to somehow meet a weekly report, monthly report. What is the status of the business? So this is your role. So it's like the top role of management, the general manager. Next, we have functional managers. They're, they are responsible for specific departments or functions within an organization such as finance, marketing, human resource, operations, etc. So these are your functional managers. Your immediate supervisor could be here, or you yourself could be a functional manager, the head of your finance. So these people would be your signatory. Say, for example, you are up for promotion. So these people will be signing on your promotional documents. So these are your functional managers. Third, project managers. Project managers, their primary responsibility is to plan, execute, and complete specific projects within a defined scope, budget, and timeline. You could see this mainly when I worked in a construction company as a planning assistant for a planning engineer. They are building a because back in Doha, most of the projects because before FIFA, it's all building roads, building buildings, building stadiums. So there's a lot of construction projects. So that was the top um, employment provider back before the FIFA. So I was part of one of construction company. We were building roads. So the project manager there would have will have an assignment of one road. May it be the construction of the full road, renovation, or beautification. So there will be a project manager. He is the head of that project. So it says there, specific, defined scope, budget, and timeline. Because if it's a government project, they are aiming to finish that within 2 years. That means that you have for the full 2 years. The government will pay you for 2 years. Your salary will be coming from the government for 2 years. So that's the timeline. The budget, you cannot, somehow it goes over the budget. But some of the departments would try to find ways to how to make the resources at a very affordable price. Like if they would get materials, so they would try to get suppliers at the most affordable price. So the project manager in that project is the one in charge of that. Next, we have line managers. They directly oversee the employees and their day-to-day work, ensuring productivity and performance within their respective departments. Productivity is a big word. It means that you are working with the what you are paid for. Productivity is something that you have achieved on a daily task. Before you start a work, you are given task and responsibility, and that line manager have to make sure that you were productive. Not just you just sat there and did nothing, or there were no accomplishment for the day. So you could be in that role. You could be that line manager. How are you going to make sure that the people, your staff, are making the most of their time? If their work is 8 hours, what are their accomplishments for the day? You as a line manager, would you require them to list all the things that they've done? At 8 o'clock to 12, I made a report. From 12 to 1, I had lunch. 1 to 2, I had a meeting with this uh, plan for the next week. So some of line managers would require that because they want to be productive. So that's a big word, productivity. How, what are the things that you've done for that specific working day? Thank you for your time, especially for Samuel. I think he's still at work. Michelle and Ernesto are enjoying their holiday. Jingay just arrived. She's still on vacation, but she's still attending the class. So thank you so much for your time. We have here staff managers. Number 5. Oh, sorry. Wait, let me send this in the group. Number 5, staff managers. These managers provide support, advice, and expertise to line managers, but do not have direct authority over employees. But sometimes the line manager happens to be the staff managers as well. We try, as earlier we said, being productive. These people are the ones directly trying to make sure that there will be manpower within the working hours. If you are a 24/7 operational type of business, then you want to make sure that there will be people in charge on those working time. If you are putting up a business, you have to make you have to have an idea how how long are you operating? Is your does your building, I mean, will your building allow you to work until, or to have operations until 12? Will your like if it's a business building, do you think you'd still be able to have functions or do some events within your organization until the morning or dawn. So it depends. So these staff managers somehow is in charge of making sure that there are manpower within the working hours of your business. Six, middle managers. Some of some of the companies might not have this role anymore because the line manager could be doing this task. Situated between top level executives and frontline supervisors, middle managers bridge the gap, implements and strategies set by upper management. So the middle managers, that could be a task with one manager. So this is the upper management. These are the uh, probably like supervisors. So you are here, you are trying to make sure that the projects are being implemented. Upper management says that, say, in the restaurant, okay, we will have a promotion and we want to have a competition to our staff. So our middle manager would want to make sure that all the supervisor with all the branches are aware of that kind of project. Say, for example, they will create uh, a summer promotion. So they would like to put some photos and some advertisement for their social media as a daily content. So that person, the middle manager, would cascade the information. It's either through email. That's why if you are in a corporate setup, you check your email, or through WhatsApp, which is informal. I really suggest somehow if you are in a corporation that you are updated with your email because documents are there. Documentation, the thread of your communication is in the email. Otherwise, if it's in WhatsApp, although that could be a backup, it's an informal source of information thread. So, in professionalism, email would be more professional. That kind of manager, as a middle manager, want to make sure that everyone has read the memo and that person is in charge of making sure that it is understood. If there are questions, this type of manager try to gather those kind of inquiries. They would have questions. One supervisor from this branch asked, do we have a prize for that? May premyo po ba na makukuha kung tayo ay mag-join? Will we get something after we join that competition? And then the line manager, I mean the middle manager, as the point of contact for that certain project or strategy. So he has to be full 100% aware of the program. Next, we have 7 top level managers. Top level managers, also known as senior executives or C-suite executives, CEOs, CFO, CTO. They are responsible for the overall direction and success of the entire organization. So let's create an analogy here. Ernesto is the chairman of TISAM. So he is the top level manager and he want to make sure he is responsible of the overall direction within his tenureship, of his tutelage. Ibig sabihin si Ernesto, if he is gonna be the president or the chairman of TISAM for a year, then he has to make sure that during his uh during his reign or during his tutelage is that may legacy siya. There's something that he has done for the community because the people trusted you, the people um like have somehow voted you or chose you for that position, then you are responsible to make sure that you have done something for the community and the members of your organization. That's just an analogy. CEO could be the owner of the company. If you put up a business, if you have put up a business, then that means that you want to make sure that the direction of the business that you will put up is to the success and in a direction that everyone will be profitable. Everyone will get what's due, and um, they will reap the benefits of this vision of your success in the company or in an organization. So Ernesto, being the chairman, do you vouch or promise that within your president's your being your chairmanship that the TSOM will have a good legacy under you?
Yes, sir, definitely. And I think this project with Global Tour is one of notable project we did. So I hope so that all the residents of Quezon is happy and satisfied during my tenure.
Yes. Anyway, that's a really good positive feedback. Number 8, it says they're frontline managers. They supervise the entry level employees and are responsible for executing the day-to-day tasks and goals of organization. Frontline managers, the customer service setup business, you would have a frontline manager, especially if one customer or one client would ask for someone that is higher other than the reception. Say, for example, in your service providers, um, here in the UAE, there are a couple of service providers like Duru, Etisalat, Virgin Mobile, and some other service providers. You are very confused of your bill. You signed up for a 100 dirham or 10 Omani Real contract every month. But when it reached you, you apparently have gotten 300 or 30 Omani Real. So that means that you are getting more than what you are supposed to pay for. So the reception or probably the customer service explain it to you that um, you have consumed some of the services that out of your bundle. So now you would request for a line manager. Can I talk to your manager? So that is your frontline managers. They're the first manager that you get to talk to. Um, Probably you would request for a waiver. You would request for something that the customer service cannot do from his role. So you get to meet this kind of person. It could be you, um, because you want to make sure that your staff, again, you are managers. So that means you are handling people. You are responsible for the daily responsibilities of your staff. That means if your staff cannot do the task on their end, you will be the one who will be taking the role. If they cannot, then they don't have access for such waiver, they would need an approval from your frontline manager, and that could be you. Uh, Going back to our situation earlier, say for example, Jingay signed up for a 100 for a 10 Omani Real. By the way, Sanaya, these people are from Oman. That's why I'm trying to put it in their situation. Sanaya here is one of our scholars as well. She is in Abu Dhabi. I'm in Abu Dhabi as well right now. Sanaya, maybe we can catch up. So,
Good
um,
morning, Joel. Sorry for the delay.
it's okay.
Thank you very much for the introduction.
All right. So, um, Jinggai could be surprised. So she's surprised that she got 330 Umani Real as her initial payment. It was not discussed to her that she has to lock probably certain features of her bundle. So she is paying she needs to pay 30 Umani Riyals instead of 10. So who are she gonna talk to? Sabihin ni Jinga, hindi ko naman alam to. I don't know about this. You didn't tell me that I have to um close the spend limit of my bundle. So if that cannot be done by the frontliner of, I mean, the customer service, then request for the line manager. The customer service then would say, manager, we cannot do, I don't have access, but I think the complaint of the client is valid. We weren't able to advise that we have to close the spend limit of this bundle. So she now went over the limit. So can we waive this? And then um, the manager would say it would be the manager's call if it's a full waiver or it's a half waiver. Say for example, manager one, Mashal is the manager one. She would say, if Jingay signed up for a tender, this is type of managers that you could experience or encounter. Michelle would be our manager one. She would say she paid she only signed for 10 Omani Real bundle. She has used it and she has consumed all the data and have made multiple international calls. What does she think? Her bundle is only 10 Omani Real and then she would get that much. Didn't she have like a thought that there's something wrong about her plan? Okay, I'm willing to waive only half because she consumed it. So that would be the decision of manager one, a frontline manager one. Frontline manager two, say for example, it's Ernesto, he would say, yeah, that I think that would be our error. We weren't able to advise Jingay that the plan is only this and we would keep it open. I have pulled up the recordings during the initial sign up for this bundle, and I think that would be our fault. So okay, I'm the frontline manager. Let me waive the full amount. So what type of manager would you be? Would you be Michelle or would you be Ernesto? That would be your call as a frontline manager. It is always a decision. You will be making your decisions. Questions so far?
All is clear, Sir Joel. No question
Good.
so far.
9. Sales managers focus on sales and revenue generation. They oversee sales teams and development strategies to meet sales targets. So you are the sales manager. If you are in a service, either in service or in product, business, or um, whatever type of business, there will always be sales managers. These sales managers has a very crucial task because they are like keeping the blood flow of the business. They want to make sure that there's always a paying customer because I told you earlier, you don't have a business if you don't have a paying customer. It says there, focus on sales and revenue generation. So if you are tasked to have this kind of a role, that means you will be working hand in hand probably with the marketing team. You want to make sure that you are keeping the promotion so people will be encouraged to join or avail for your services. So this is your job as a sales manager. Oversee sales team. If you are a manager, you would have people under you, your sales associates. If you are selling, say for example, a car, and you are it's an electric car. This is one of my clients. So I'm trying to give you as much examples. I mean, realistic examples as much as possible. So we are not just punching towards the air. So we want that I have like based on my experiences and the clients and the people that I have dealt with and encountered. Those are my examples. So you would have a picture, a clear picture of what I'm talking about. So sales managers. So the sales manager of a car, say for example, electric cars, that's a trend right now. So how are you gonna sell an electric car, given that we are all used to diesel or um, uh, this is a new trend. Tesla, because they want to be sustainable. That's the motto for 2022 onward, 2023 onwards, that we will be sustainable, like we want to have renewable energy, and that because cars are number one or could be listed as the top contributor to climate change and the destruction of the ozone layer, stuff like that. So you are selling electric cars. So you have 5 people. So how are you gonna make sure that your 5 people will be selling these electric cars? So you would be working hand in hand with the marketing team. Do we have leads? Can we advise these people that they would um, be in the different nationalities? Probably the 5 people, 2 of them will be locals or speaking Arabic because you want to target those community. One of them will be part of the Indian, uh, Filipino, and probably European. So there would have an appeal. So that could be your strategy as a sales manager because you want to tap with all the kind of market. So that is your job as a sales manager. Develop strategies to meet sales target. You have 100 million target for the last quarter of the year. So how are you gonna reach that? So you, as a sales manager, again, has to be aware of this. Next, operations managers. Operations managers responsible for managing the day-to-day operations of a business or specific department to ensure efficiency and productivity. Again, this role can be mixed. This role can be combined, but I'm just trying to give a description of the task of this kind of managers. Because in business management, you can either be a business owner or you be part of these roles. As an operations manager, you are responsible for managing day-to-day operations. So right now it's holiday, but businesses, some of the businesses are still open. If you are in a gasoline station, do you think you can close in a holiday? I don't think so. People are traveling, so you have to be open. You are in a restaurant. People are going out. This is the most, these are the times that this type of restaurants are should be operational because it has a lot of potential customers. Do you all agree with me? Thumbs up in your Zoom. I want to make sure that you are still there.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Tama.
Holidays for some businesses is the um they might they could reach highest sale because people are off. Schools are outside their work. People are going out, so they would eat out, they would treat themselves. So there are businesses that cannot close during holidays, including us. Now we're supposed to be off, but we want to make sure that we're on track for the discussion um, because this is a certain type of project, so we cannot delay. We have to go through. All right. Operations of business, specific department ensure efficiency and productivity. Productivity is again there. It's being explained. You have to be productive. And as an operations manager, you need to make sure that your staff are productive. What do you mean by efficiency? That they are efficient. Efficiency, um, one second. So it goes with productivity. When you say that you are efficient, you could be maximizing your output. You are a good, you are efficient when it comes to time management. You are minimizing error. You are you are you have a vision of continuous improvement and you want to have a quality output. Those are your characteristics of being efficient. Ano ba Tagalog ng efficient? Wait, let me find. Anyone? What was the Tagalog for efficient? Efficient Filipino. In Filipino. Ah, yeah, there you go. Mabisa. It's somehow like different from being effective. So mabisang gamot. So like let's put it in that way, like an efficient staff. So when you are efficient, those are your characteristics. All right, I'll give you a checklist. Think, open your minds right now. Say to yourself, are you um, this is your efficiency checklist. Say if you are maximizing your output. That means you are efficient in getting the most out of your output results from a given input. It involves optimizing and use of resources such as time, money, energy, and materials to achieve your desired outcome. You're maximizing your output. Are you maximizing your output? Say yes if you in your mind. Are you a good time manager? So are you using your 8 hours? Probably you are working 12 hours. Are you efficient in that time? Imagine if you yourself, half of your working hours, you are in your phone. Do you think you are efficient if you are in just your phone and you are doing unrelated tasks than your job? Think about in the perspective of your managers. Do you think that you are an efficient staff? Yeah. So that's your job as an operations manager. You want to make sure that your staff are efficient and productive. I don't tell you to be strict. I don't tell you to be a terror supervisor or managers, but I tell you to be um, somehow keen and mindful and um, you would be a moderator to your staff. You will be the representative of your top managers as an operations manager. All right, let's move on. After operations manager, we have marketing managers. Marketing managers, they develop and implement marketing strategies to promote products and services and drive revenue growth. I've been a marketing manager for quite some time now, a good 5 years um, in the marketing industry. So this is one of my expertise. May it be digital, may it be a traditional marketing. This one is my expertise. When you are a marketing manager, earlier I was talking about like the sales as being the blood flow. So the marketing managers could be the heart that pumps the blood. And I'm just trying to make an analogy. So you want to develop things, how your clients, how your potential market could continuously avail for your products or for your services. That's your job. Marketing do not stop in any businesses. Say for example, Jollibee. Jollibee, you would continuously see from the day they started, they would always have commercials, and commercial is under marketing department. They never stopped. One every month they would have a new promotion because they want. Later on, we will have an explanation about this and more deeper understanding about brand awareness and brand recall. Brand awareness, brand recall. When you say brand awareness, um, you want that your potential market or your target audience are aware of your brand, are aware of your business. So what are you gonna do there? Of course, make advertisement, make partnership, make collaborations, because you want them to be aware, to be knowledgeable of your business or your service. And then there's the brand recall. Brand recall is when you want something and then you remember about a certain product. I'm feeling hungry. I want to eat something. And then it pops in your mind. That's the brand recall. Ah, I see this commercial from this brand. Say, for example, KFC. I saw that. I was driving. And then I saw in one of their billboards in the middle of the street, they have this promotion of a one bucket plus soft drinks and some fries. So then you had the recall. So that's brand awareness and brand recall. We will study that further when we reach marketing. But as marketing managers, that's your job. Marketing has to be there. It cannot stop. It cannot be even a company cannot be even without a marketing department or managers. Next, we have human resource managers. These managers handle all aspects of HR, including recruitment, employee relations, training, and compliance with labor laws. Everyone, of course, would have HR managers or HR department. So these people could be your PRO, could be your admin who are in charge of the manpower. So meaning, last meeting, I told you to prepare the name of your business and the industry, remember, in the chat box. So
Yes, sir.
yes, you could be as the owner, as the HR manager as well, because you're a small company for the meantime. So you should be aware of this task and responsibility. So recruitment. Who are the people that you will hire for your company? If you're putting up a culinary school, who do you think would be the best person to man, or who could be the best people to hire? Would you need an expert when it comes to cooking, culinary cuisines, like in the different? That could be a good aspect because that person is aware of all the types of cuisine. So that will be the task of this manager. Who would be the best fit for that kind of role? To find the people that will work for the company. It says there, including recruitment, employee relations, because it's always, well, apparently, because I'm friends with my former company. I'm a close friend of our HR manager there, and it happens that the company or her role seems to be a guidance counselor. Sadly, uh, because of employees' relations. This involved petty fights within the team, petty situation within the um, manager and like another debt manager and subordinate relationships. They had a fight on like loaning money. So how are you gonna deal with that? So that's also your task. That is with regard to being a human resource manager. How are you gonna deal with that kind of situation? If you are a manager, I'll give you a situation. Let's see how keen and what could be your action for this. So you are an HR manager and one of your supervisors is having a relationship with the staff. Um, and you know that person is married back in the Philippines. But because they are both lonely, you can see that they are being that they are forming relationship, and that's a romantic relationship within the organization. What could be your take on this? Samuel, you there? You have this task of being aware, or you have the task of managing people, of employees relationship. So nagjojowaan na yung isang supervisor mo, tapos yung isang staff, yung supervisor may asawa sa Pilipinas. What could be your action with this? Richard?
Hi, sir.
Yes. So anong action mo doon? Ikaw yung manager nila.
Um,
Tapos
Good
yung isang
morning sa lahat.
supervisor mo,
Yeah,
yes, Richard. So yung isang
sorry I'm late,
supervisor
sir.
mo, ginojowa yung ano niya, staff.
Sir, bali, nagkaroon na ako ng incident ng ganyan before.
Personal?
No, sir, sa work before. Ano
Okay.
lang ako na-involve lang ako, sir. Yung supervisor may gusto din sa waitress. And then, yung waitress may gusto sa akin. So, ang nangyari, sir, umabot kami sa...
Involved.
Yeah. So, umabot kami sa, ano, sir, umabot kami sa HR
R.
mismo. Nagkaroon ng kaso kasi ginantaan ko yung supervisor. So, na-screenshot yung GC na yun for him kasi nagsitropa kami sa ano. So, umabot kami sa HR, sa HR sir. So, yung
Yes.
reaction
So
ko
what
din,
could be
sir,
the action? Anyone was warning? Was warning given
yeah, sir,
or immediate termination?
warning, sir. Warning. Winarningan ako kasi nagkaroon ng kami ng GC by group for him. So, pero hindi po nalaman ng HR about dun sa kanila. Kumbaga,
So yung
sa akin
waitress
po na po.
gusto mo din. Yung waitress may
Alin,
gusto,
sir?
yung supervisor may gusto sa waitress, yung waitress may gusto sa iyo. Ikaw may gusto pa rin sa waitress.
Oo, sir. Parang ang gusto lang mangyari sa supervisor, maalis ako sa shop. para matuloy yung binabalak niya.
So this could be, yeah, that's true. So warning could be given, yeah, for sure. And then if it proceeds or it goes somewhere else, then uh could be termination, or it could be assignment to a different location or
Yeah, sir. Ganun po yung nangyari sa akin. Nilipat
other
ako sa
branch.
Limbas after ng contract. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for sharing, Richard. So warning is given to them. I think it's just
Yeah.
proper for them to give a warning first before any actions of like termination or any grave actions um to that kind of incident. Yeah. And compliance with labor laws. It's true. You have to, as an HR manager, or you yourself as an owner, taking the role of an HR manager, you should be abiding labor law. If you're only are supposed to work for 12 hours, then you have to make sure that your staff are working within 12 hours only, because we are human and we are not robots. Um, if you deprive someone with rest, sleep, and a break, that could lead to unproductivity. You won't be efficient at work. So you try to demand, make sure, look at your contracts. Some of the contracts would entitle you to a paid sick leave, provided that you have given them um, somehow a doctor's note. So you can avail for that just to have a break. Say for example that once a week or once a month, you would like to avail for a sick leave because you just wanted to have an extra work. But if this is an emergency, make sure that you also have your insurance. This is our advantage working overseas here in the GCC. We have a good insurance that allows us to get regular checkups,